Yo yo yo. Oh fuck. Play with. Let's see. Play with. I'll play with the rabbi. What? Ooh. Let's go. It's me, Amalio.
Should have brought a mop and bucket.
Yeah, I think the Edge Fitness payments could be coming out soon. It's supposed to be coming out probably at the end of the month.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. It's not me!
Oh. Is that a bike? The fuck?
Damn it. And that's most of the wave. Spend your dust, imbeciles, before I decide to shut the pod.
Oh my god.
Keep moving. A little blood loss never hurt anyone.
Bum bum bum.
Wave 2. Wee bit of ammo.
Oh, fuck. Bitch.
We've got demons. You were killed by an old man.
Ah. Get off my ass, you fucking bitches. Stop biting my butt. You at work? Yay.
Eat my sandwich real quick. Go in.
Sweet.
My stomach is upset. Maybe if I eat a little more, I won't be so upset. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, it says by Saturday everything's gonna be in the 30s again.
Well, that's good.
And that's gonna go in the 40s on Sunday. Monday's supposed to be in the 50s. Tuesdays are 50s. Which means we are going to be busy. You're going to be busy as fuck. We're going to be busy as fuck.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, extra bullshit. Well, make time go by faster. That's a good thing. Here we go.
Here's some ammo.
You got me in your mic or in your head.
Do what?
You got me in your headphone.
Not yet.
Okay.
And then I'll switch over to my headset.
Do you have a death wish? If not, buy armor. Wave 3.
Oh. You.
How are you?
Bit of ammo.
No, I'm here to help, so I'm yeah, I'm a little on the side.
You look at that wee bit woozy, mate. It's the spot. Let's cool you down.
Just head to the pod. You
You
got
got lucky.
You were distracted.
Yep. Oh, that's a lot better.
Pass out. How long will a weakling like you survive?
It's
Come on, give me the wave thing. Ooh, armor. Sweet.
Wave 4.
Ooh, nope. Oh, fuck, I don't think I'm making enough to level this gun up. Hey, hey. Yes, I can. Tomorrow's beta day. I hope it downloads, because I'll be pissed off if it doesn't.
You are so dead.
Yeah, I got enough.
Wave is gonna flatten you.
I'm not connecting to my headphones.
You lived. I'm not impressed. I'm disgusted.
I'm disgusted. I did a big boost in strength. Let's see what happens. Yellow, yellow. Good new hear me.
Wave 5.
Nothing on this place.
Oh, fuck you up, fat ass. Ooh. Yellow. Yeah, I can hear you just fine, baby. Ah, fat ass, go away. Oh no.
That you're supposed to live. You're not.
Extra tires. Oh.
I'll never get used to the sight of that.
The Zeds will be there soon to alleviate your suffering.
Hey, baby. So you want to pick me up tomorrow morning, or you want to wait till next week?
I'll probably pick you up in the morning. I gotta be out that way anyway, but pick up my room.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure so I can get ready and take a shower and get my cologne on, all that crap,
That'll keep me going.
so I can smell good for you.
That means kill any Zeds and get near.
I mean, so. There's a lot of times you wear your stuff and then I didn't wear it that much because I don't have it over there.
Watch it, there's a close one around. Let's throw you down. Winter is here.
Stop!
Get in, get in. Karma freeze, tight.
You couldn't do nothing about Zip. Zip is already kind of fucked. You would have got fired.
What I wouldn't give for a cleaners convention.
No, you would have got fired. Joey was gonna fire your ass. He was gonna get to the point where he didn't want you there anymore. I mean, when he said he put the final notice out about you being insubordinate, putting your phone out and shit, he was trying to get you fired.
Watch it, there's a
That's why you can't work with women at all. Like, even with Ann and that, like, he's weird with Ann. The thing is, Ann doesn't get a, like, Ann doesn't give a fuck what he says. She just does whatever she has to do. He talks about her all the time. She's like, oh, he's like, I don't think that she's smart enough to understand how to put a cone out. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you're fucking retarded. Like, dude, you have no faith in anybody. Like, you just think everyone's fucking retarded. You're stupid. And he said, she does fine. It's just because the job's easy and people that come in, I don't know, they just don't want to work because the job's too easy. That's why they get it. Like, I was starting to shovel the fucking, I was starting to plow a little bit of the fucking, parking lot and that because our plowers didn't come in. Finally, they came in at like 10 something.
hellspawn. Cleanse the soulless filth. Nice.
My alarm went off and it scared the fuck.
Let's throw you down.
Spend your Josh, imbeciles, before I decide to shut the pod. The fact your survival is an accomplishment is pathetic, like you.
She's got that witch laugh. I like it.
What you got on the game plan for tonight? Well, okay. Fair enough.
Oh. Ooh.
Sorry, what? And then what?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I kind of worked on this morning was setting setting all these fucking things up. Oh my God.
There's a cloak.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
Where should we gear up to, eh? Permafreeze tight. Homestead. Flesh pound. That hellspawn proper pissed off. Let's throw you down. Ice and ice. Watch it. Flesh pound. Permafreeze tight. His righteous judgment.
Of all just handed a pod.
These guns are fucking amazing. Love these
That
guns.
Vice must have had some sort of structural deficiency. Lucky you.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Ammo.
Now he's gonna wait for all that vitamin B to kick in.
Got ammo.
Start doing jumping jacks.
T-minus 10 seconds until your death. Keep the Zeds out of that area.
A beat. Ringing. Dead.
Think that's it? There's plenty more Zeds.
That's a bloody siren. Watch it. There's a cloak one around. Let's throw you down. My bloody skin! A flesh pound!
Don't worry. The next one will be harder.
Nicely chilled.
I love these guns. The AoE's sick on it.
Actually secure.
Yeah, getting all the way. They're actually super powerful. Okay.
Lovely. Should have brought a mop and bucket.
Wave 10.
Of course, it's a fat ass again. It's a fat meatball. Shit. Oh, I need to start switching up my fucking quads.
Let's throw you down. Rangers stink. Bit of ammo.
Oh. Shit. Almost fell. Oh, excuse me. Where's that from? Sword. Think you got sword anyway. I think I do. I'm starting to read. I'll do that tomorrow. Hey. Whee. Huh? I'm sweeping. Well, Swiffering. I have Swiffer in my front part of my bed because it's got a lot of dust and dirt and shit. I don't want to get my bed all dirty. Okay. There we go. Get you high. You can still.
Give for a cleaners convention right about now.
I don't know why I gave you money. Spend it, or whatever. Big spender. Only you don't have the dosh.
You can sniff a little crack. You'll be okay. Big ass marshmallows.
Give 11.
Oh, they're the tiny ones? Yeah, the funny thing is, they're not really high in sugar. You have to eat like a whole bag to get any sugar out of it. They're just fillings. Ah, yum yums.
Please news about.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Classics never go out of style. Hey, man. That's green then. There's a closed monster nearby.
Yeah, it's been a while. At least it's back. At least you're getting it back. It took a while.
Gotcha. Classics never go out of style.
No, it was about almost a month. No, they say up to 4 weeks. We put it in last month.
Go to the pod. Buy things. Not that it
Yeah, I
would
mean
matter.
it's been a while.
You're not dead.
Moon opal.
Good enough. Spike can carry that. You can't. You're tiny.
Yeah, it's a moon opal. It's the changing one. It's the moon opal.
Think fast. Or as fast as you can. So, think slow. They're right behind you. Well, almost. Try this one on for size. I think you'll find it snug and deadly. Not terrible, but that's just the warm-up.
My ears! Got ammo here. Look out! Siren! That makes me feel like John Wayne.
Just hinted a pod. You got lucky. That's nothing. Walk it off.
I'll never
Oh.
get used to the sight of that.
I'm going to try something different. Get ready to die.
Okay.
Watch out! Sets! Dodge, you beastie. Careful! A snake! It's got me! Simple perfection. Did that sting? That makes me feel like John Wayne.
Oh, excuse me.
I can see it.
Spaniard Josh, imbeciles. Before I decide to shut the pod. We'll salvage what we can from that flesh pound. The forearm shields usually survive.
What is she talking about?
Move it, idiot. Get some gear, ammo, all those things that help you not die. Wave 14
Check what?
Yeah!
Okay.
Simple perfection.
Don't get too comfy. I've got more Zeds just waiting.
That makes me feel like John Wayne. Think. See that? You're going down. Watch it! This pound!
You don't have enough money to live.
So what are you trying to look up?
Here's some ammo.
Yeah.
My time card, but it doesn't show my time. Or the time card. Fudge.
Fudge. Need someone in the photo department. It's fun. It's funny how people pull up. My mom does it all the time. She'll go to Walgreens and like take photos,
Yep.
and it,
People do it all the time.
and they'll just sit there and wait for like an hour for someone to get it. Like, dude, you guys can get machines that literally print up photos for you. They're not that expensive. Yeah, my bad. I'm in the bathroom. Park my ass off. Oh, gonna be a dry, shitty ass day now. Okay, then just text me whenever you're on break or whatever. If I'm awake, which I probably will do, but I may be probably. Sure, I don't need, man, I don't need no damn alarm. I got you. I'll be ready. Man, bitch, don't be talking like that. You know you can't hear me. Okay, I'll see you later. Goofy ass, man. What do you mean? Okay. Woo! Got Succoning 1 and 2 coming out in 14 days, guys. It's a remaster of it. I can't wait. I haven't played those games in a long time. Shit. Them games are gigantic too. Been a while. Hey, I see my woman tomorrow. She wants to pick me up. Yeah, she's like, she wants to see me. She thinks I'm pretty. I don't know. Kind of happy. I don't like spending like a full week with her. We got down to like 2 days a week now. I think I gotta go and work at 12 on Sunday. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we're gonna. Actually, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Oh, it's the Holmes.
You have been killing my test subjects. That is annoying. You will die now.
What is up? Nice. Damn you, bud. I gotta get some new ones. These ones are fucking dead.
Smashing you is not enough. You are annoying me. Little attacks. Here is something more to think about.
Damn it, Hans is actually fucking hard.
And yet there are more humans here.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, the third one, beta. Some people downloaded it last month when they first showed it. And then I'm sitting there trying to download it last week or so. And you got all these motherfuckers reviewing it before the beta even comes out. It was all Steam and shit that you couldn't do early. I mean, like, these people did, like, they did on, like, the 10th of fucking February. Or the 15th of February. They gave them, like, 10 days early start on review and shit. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm like, are you guys serious? I'm like, I know I'm a YouTuber and that kind of. My channel's not super big. But you're saying for all the times I streamed this motherfucking damn game, you didn't notice that I've been streaming this game? for like hundreds of hours. All because I don't buy shit. I don't buy. What's in there, man?
Wave 16.
That shit be crazy. Stupid ass people.
Beast is about.
Borderlands 3? Yeah, I finished Borderlands 3 multiple times. The fourth one's coming out in September, which I'm kind of excited about. It looks really good. Oh, damn, motherfucker. Fuck off me. Fuck off, bitch. Yeah, I finished Borderlands 3 like 4 times. Got kind of bored playing that, honestly. I started playing WoW. I'm actually pretty entertained by WoW. I think it's pretty cool. I'm debating. I start playing Diablo 2 Resurrection again. 'Cause Diablo 4, I can't stand Diablo 4. It's too demonic.
Nicely killed. We've got a flesh pound.
Ah. These guns fucking tear up flesh pounds above it.
I'll ice your bones. Beat down.
Beat that bitch's ass. But yeah, there was problems with the third one that like there's supposed to be a beta coming out tomorrow, and I don't know what's going on because I haven't downloaded the beta yet. And my one friend downloaded it like I think like I think it was like 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm sitting here like I haven't downloaded it yet. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, why can't I download this game?
What I wouldn't give for a cleaners convention. Right about now.
Oh, it's got that fucking issues. And then it comes back on. It was off for like 2 weeks. There wasn't even showing up on PlayStation 3. Then as of today, it popped back on, saying that you can pre-order it. So I went on there, I pre-ordered it. It puts money, like withdraws money on the side, and then until the game actually comes out, I guess. So it doesn't actually take money out, it pens it. So I gotta fucking wait. It's only $40, which is nice, because I looked at all the new games, like the new Doom Dark Ages is $70 fucking dollars. $70. 70 motherfucking dollars, bro.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back.
I'm like, jeez, bro. $70, bro. Like, I'm not saying Dark Age is gonna be good, but KillingFloor 3 literally has the same type of technology. Not even joking you. Has the same technology. Same graphics and everything. And they're not spending shit on that. Oh shit. $40, man. I was just like, what? Killing Floor 3 $40 is fucking amazing. That's cheap. That's 30. It has the same graphic capabilities as Doom, but it's $30 cheaper. And you can get probably thousands of hours of like playtime out of it, or at least a couple hundred hours. I'm like, that's fucking sick. Like, I love these companies that are rather small that always do better jobs at making games. Like, Doom Eternal came out. You got Doom 16. Doom Eternal came out 4 years after that. It came out in 2020. Then almost 2021. Then 4 years after that, the other one comes out. You know, it's like Killing Floor 3. Then Killing Floor 2 came out in 2016. And then they start making this one like 2020, I believe. They start producing it. And then they didn't announce it until 2024, late 2024. Or October. Or, yeah, October. Like, that's fucking insane. Like, they always talk about it, and I was like, we like to wait a little bit for better technology, you know, so we could be able to formulate a better game. Like, that's hella cool. Oh, fucking bitch. Get fucked, bro. Oh, God.
Nice. Did that sting? My aim true.
Yeah, what a bitch.
It's the spot.
But yeah, just waiting for the games to come out. A little bit worried about money, because I got a girlfriend now and that, so I've been spending a little bit on her and that and shit. So after this paycheck, I should be okay. Well, next paycheck, so to speak.
I'll never get used to the sound of that.
Talking to her like, yeah, I'm gonna start saving up money again now. I'm not gonna start spending on shit because I got enough. You're set up in that. Just a little stuff I bought for her, not, you know. Because her place needed, you know, she needed a dryer, so I bought her a dryer. Because she needed a dryer, and that made it a little bit more easier on her. Got a little miniature dryer. It was like, I don't know, like a couple $100. And then I got her a new laptop, because her other laptop was kind of old and was a fucking Mac, so she couldn't really even play anything on it like she used to. Oh, shit. Oh, God. So it was kind of nice, not. But after all that crap, and then what's done. I mean, it sucks living from paycheck to paycheck. You live from paycheck to paycheck, it fucking sucks. Like, you can't even fucking do anything. Like, Trump just issued that every household is gonna get like $5 grand of tax refund. I don't know if it's gonna be every person, It could be a possibility, I guess, but they just talked about it. And what they're going to do is they're going to invest the money that they get now from the people into stocks and that and start giving people dividend money. Which means, like, every quarter we're going to get a dividend of, like, so much money and shit. I guess. They're just talking about it. They're like saying, yeah, of all these diplomats and politicians that have been stealing from us, we're going to start getting money back from our government instead of doing the other way around. Like, we get refunds, but, like, all the stuff that they wastefully spend, instead of giving it to us to make our lives easier, they just use on stupid shit. Like, there's really, like, they already saved, I think, like, close to $2 trillion. $2 trillion! That's how much debt that they're releasing just in this fucking month. $2 trillion! That is some ridiculous amount of money. Like, where the like, they're talking about billions of dollars being spent on stupid shit. And, like, they just issued it. They said probably by this month or the end of this month, and that maybe that we're all gonna get, or they say every household, but I think everybody that's has been working for probably the last 20 years or whatever, not that's been paying in the taxes and that, they're all gonna get $5,000 in just pure cash or pure money. I mean, and then some people are saying that they're gonna get like $2,000 a month for, like, I don't know, the next couple of years or whatever. That you should just get $2,000 a month, because there's been, like, a lot of people talking about that. I said, yeah, we should. Not much money that we, and they said the reason why they're doing this because what's going to happen is you're going to throw stuff back into the market, and then the economy's going to grow because of it. You're going to be able to actually buy shit. I mean, obviously you're not going to spend all of it, but, like, you know, when they talk about reparations and shit, this is basically what reparations is. It's taxpayer dollars getting given back to us for paying. Like, we literally buy a lot of shit. We get taxed so fucking much throughout the year. I mean, we give refunds and that depend on certain things, but, like if you own too much crap, you can't even get refunds because you're paying property tax and taxes on all your vehicles and shit. And you gotta pay for insurance and shit. I ain't gonna lie, insurance should be fucking literally for free. Like, there should be no reason for you to pay for insurance. Especially when it's kind of a liability on your terms of how much that you get in accidents in a certain way. Or insurance should deduct and give you money back every year or every month that you save or don't get in accidents and shit or don't get hurt. They should give you money back. Because you're not fucking doing anything. Insurance is only there for if you do get hurt. And, like, how many people say they want insurance all the time and that? If I got full coverage at my work every fucking pay period, I'd literally be throwing in like $100 fucking dollars or $200 per pay period. You know how much fucking money that is? That is huge. And, like, it's for nothing. That's why I don't have insurance. As if I have to pay out of pocket with something, I'll pay per month. And, like, especially, like, these fees and that are so fucking outrageous. Like, they ask for too much. Like, just to get a fucking root canal and a fucking crown is like $4 fucking grand. I said, why is this shit so fucking much? I'm like, you're not even using that much equipment and shit to be able to do, like, technology-wise, yeah, you'd use a little bit, but this is what happens when we get fucked by our government. And that's what people don't understand, like, insurance is overly fucking priced. The only way to make a lot of money in that is to basically save up when you're younger than that, put it in the stocks, rotate your stocks every year, and then sit there and bust your fucking ass working 60, 70 hours a fucking week. Like you have no time for family, you have no time for reproducing, you have no time for friends, you basically have no time for anything. Until you get into your like 40s and shit, and then finally you can be able to have some time because you got money to be able to be like, okay, I can take a vacation now. That's literally how some people honestly want it to be. Like I would love to have that. I mean, like, I got a girlfriend now and that. If I didn't have a girlfriend and I was just worried about myself and that, yeah, I could save up an extra couple $1,000s and shit. But like now that I look at it in that, I look at it from this perspective, like you shouldn't need to spend this much fucking money on equipment when it should not be made in China. Like why prices are so high? Because everyone tariffs the shit out of us, and our prices go up because we're being taxed when we're getting goods from other countries that used to be made in America. That's why China's like, oh, they're like, oh, China's really cheap in that. China is cheap. But they tariff the fuck out of us on certain goods that are what we need. Like all that stupid shit people get on Amazon or Temu and that, all that garbage crap, it's just fucking shit. It's not actually good quality shit. And like if some of it is, then cool. But then like you go to places like Five Below or the dollar store and like you can still buy shit. You can buy like really old basic shit that's been around forever. Like my girl got a mouse pad, a mouse, and like she got a little headset for like 20 something bucks altogether because it was very low. It wasn't low quality. It was just very old quality of a mouse, low quality of stuff in that. But the thing is, how much do people market up crap because they're selling it in a place like Best Buy? If you buy electronics at Best Buy, they say, oh, it's better quality. But the biggest thing is, it's not. It's the same quality. They market it up to make more money. So when you look at the marketplace and you look at how people are actually, doing stuff, when you're buying stuff from countries that literally are cheap as fuck, what happens? You can market it at a higher price here because, you know, we have to pay more here because of the taxes over there. So like anything that's shipped from China, if you buy it from China directly, it gets shipped here, it gets tariffed. So whatever goes in here gets taxed. So our federal government has to pay those taxes, which comes through us. This is what people don't understand about tariffs and that. Like it all comes through us. That's why if you want to say, if we tariffed everyone the same way that they're tariffing us, it'd be a counterbalance, which means that our country will be able to float better, which prices will go down more because we're actually doing fair exchange. That's exactly what's happening. But the people that rely on federal taxes, which is what these goons and politicians, bulk of them from the Democratic side and some from the Republican side, most of them from the Democratic side, they're relying on taxes to hide from us what they're spending. That's why they make these organizations like the USDI or even the fucking Department of Education. They're doing shit to hide what they're actually, doing it. When they're spending billions and billions and billions of dollars, billions, people don't know how much a billion is. If you had $1 billion, you can own a whole entire state. Like, how much money is $1 billion? It's a thousandth of a million, and a trillion is a thousandth of a billion. A trillion. So, like, when some people say they're millionaires in that, they have a lot of money in it because they have like a couple $100 million in that, or say like $3 or $4 million. Yeah, in some senses, they can do anything they want and be able to be satisfied. But just imagine having billions of dollars because you're making businesses, you invest into businesses, you constantly make money in it. That's what these politicians never fucking do. Al Gore, all these people, they're all millionaires. They all make petty cash off of bullshit. And then people want to sit there and scream and shout like, oh, it's a good thing. It's just brainwashing scams for money. And like, as soon as you understand that as a person, that you start to get it, that they don't give a fuck. They never cared. These people never cared about us. That's why Trump's doing whatever he can. And then some people on the liberal side are literally complaining, bitching, and moaning because they're taking away money that's coming to them. And then, people that vote for liberal people and that, they're going to be like, they make up excuses because they're literally completely brainwashed by society net. And then they scream and shout. They want to get us hurt because we're trying to do our best to make their life literally better. But I said, it doesn't matter whose side does it first. If Democrats were trying to make our lives better than that, and they did the same thing Trump did, I would be happy for that. But that's not how it goes. And that's what the problem of it is people don't understand that Democrats are trying their best to make our lives better now by doing tax deductions and all that. Their whole gimmick is big people have to pay more taxes, so you don't have to. So they raise up corporate tax. But here's the thing: people don't grasp that companies that make a lot of money in that are paying workers to work for their companies. So if you tax them a fuckload, they're gonna leave our country. And when they leave our country, we lose jobs. See how it works? Because they're being taxed too high. Because they're saying, well, they deserve to pay for the debt. I said, no, you deserve to stop stealing our fucking money and stop bringing debt upon us because you're using our money unwisely. So what happens is Elon Musk comes in and starts taking away stuff, and that he's already saved $2 trillion. $2 trillion already been saved in the first month that I've been in office. And people are like, well, why is it this? So IRS. Or IRS is about ready to be dumped down to very, very small amount. So there's a huge thing that's going to happen to IRS. Huge thing that's going to happen with a lot of other things, that like with the USDI or USID, it got knocked down like a couple thousand workers. I think it was like 10,000 workers. They have people in there still, but they said they have just random people in there that are not even doing anything. They'll have like fucking like 5 or 6 people doing the same shit, and the stuff is not that complex, and they're just paying people our taxpayer dollars for them to not do anything. And here's a joke about it is, so I was talking to one of my workers at work. He's an older guy in that. He's been through the hippie ages, all bullshit. I try to talk to him about what's going on. The biggest thing that everybody talks about that's a Democratic, I can't say Democratic, but like the ones that listen to the news too much, they can't think on their own. They always say Trump and Elon Musk want more money for themselves. So they're stealing taxpayer money. Like, whoa. Like, how can they steal taxpayer money when taxpayer money has been stolen from us for the last 20 years? And then just hit it, Elon Musk and Trump are about ready to give us a $5,000 stimulus check. They just announced it because of all the stuff that they saved. That's funny. And they said all the rest of it is going towards the debt. So after they give all the households $5,000, I think it's, I mean, I don't know if it's per month or not. They just said it right now. It's probably going to be per month because every month that we don't spend our taxpayer dollars on a bunch of bullshit, we can use it for ourselves. They said a lot of it's going towards the debt. They said 20% of it's going toward, like 20% of it's going towards back pay to people. And he says the other 20 and the 80% is going towards the debt. So every month that we go through this, we pay off a couple $1 trillion in debt. Okay. Well, if we find more misspending of taxpayer dollars and we get another couple $1 trillion back to our debt, by the end of the year, all of our debt's going to be paid off. If we are going to be in a surplus in our country, which is not going to take that long, because once we start producing oil again, we start pumping out trillions of dollars worth of oil, we start selling it to everybody, guess what happens? We get enriched. So when we're making more money than that, our economy makes more money than that. Our economy makes more money than that. Our economy is cheaper because it's making more money in general. It's called consumer cost. So when we're buying more shit because it's cheaper, because the marketplace is cheaper altogether, then guess what happens? We have more shit to buy. Our companies get made easier. People have better lifestyles. And guess what? We end up being able to have more money, and then the economy goes around a lot easier. And that's one of the things a lot of people tend to not understand. If our economy does good, then guess what happens? We do better. And they were saying about putting our Social Security and stuff into stocks. So they're literally throwing our Social Security into stocks to make money over. So the next time people do pull out Social Security net, they can pull out more because it's making more off of stocks. This is talking about billions of dollars into stocks. So they're gonna put our stuff into a money market. This is really crazy though that our country, all these motherfuckers that have been in our country, that none of them had decided to do what Trump's doing right now, or Elon Musk. They're talking about putting Social Security into stocks so we can make more money in that off of our Social Security. And honestly, I say get rid of Social Security because I don't like paying out if I don't have to. I say if I got Social Security and got Medicare and federal tax completely taken out, I can make up to 15 to 20% as of right now more money per fucking paycheck. So on average, I'm making 40% more per year because of that. So I'm making 40% more, give or take. Say 30%, because it depends on, how the tax ratio is going to be changed in that. That is fucking phenomenal. So the tax thing has already changed again. People that make below $100,000 or at $100,000 to below only get taxed 15% of their money. People that make under $70,000 to $50,000 get taxed like 12%. And this is overall. And then ones below that get taxed a lot lower. Like ones below 50,000 get taxed like 10% to 8% or something like that. I mean, like people that don't understand this stuff and that because they want to scream and shout, like just look at what people do. Like if you don't like Trump, that's fine, but doesn't mean he's not trying to help us. It's what you're being told. like, well, anyway, so I was talking to this guy and that at work and that, you know, he is really far, far left. He's just a fucking moron. Like, he made no sense today. He was talking some gibberish shit. So we were talking about politics and that a little bit in that. And he brought up a little bit of in that. He brought up the education department. And I said, why do we need our federalness to control what we teach our children? I said, we don't need our government to tell us what to do. And he says, yeah, we do, because he says parents are stupid. I said, parents are stupid? He's like, yeah, I know a lot of friends and that had bad parents and that, because this is that's a funny thing though, because what I'm saying is if we had better educational things and that were actually given to us to the public schools and that, because of the parents that want our teacher to want to actually care about our children's education, that spreads towards the stupid parents to educate them more too. And it's like, and he literally says what everybody says that's on the left side. And they said, well, they need more money. I said, what if they're getting billions of dollars of our taxpayer money, billions of dollars, and you're saying that they can't fund all the stuff that they need to fund? Or is it wasteful spending that they're doing, that they're throwing our tax money to corrupt politicians and just giving them, or giving massive school boards fucking $200,000 to $300,000 a year just sit on a fucking school board and literally suck fucking cock? They're getting paid $250,000 per year to do absolutely nothing but disobey parents, even though it's basically the parent's choice to do whatever they want to do with their child. School choice. That's exactly what Trump's doing. He's giving all that stuff back to the states. Federal government doesn't need to fucking do anything with what humans do, what we do in our states. Federal government is there to protect us and to serve us with undoubt 100% free. They shouldn't have to be paid. We're lucky that we pay these fucking politicians $75,000 to $100,000 a year to sit on their fucking ass. A lot of them don't do shit. And that's what it is. And of course, each state does differently. Every state has their own senators and that. It's not all connected to the federal government. Our state taxes pay for their shit too, as much as federal, but like most of our federal taxes should go for military, for new technology and shit, for stuff that makes our life easier. That's what makes it funny though. When Trump says it's going to be the golden age, literally the first month. Not even the first month. Tomorrow's the first month. And there's bonkers of shit every single day that he's doing to make our lives more easier now. And now we're waiting for a stimulus check that could possibly come in. There's more people talking about it too.
Right now, President Trump is finalizing the details of a plan to give every single American a $5,000 tax refund. And I'll tell you what, this plan has the Democrats absolutely losing their minds. So you see, right now, this tax refund is being called the Doge dividend. And the way it works is actually revenue. Now, as I'm sure many of you know, right now the Department of Government Efficiency is tracking and slashing all of the fraud and waste out of our federal budget. In fact, as things stand right now, the DOE has been able to cut out over $55 billion worth of waste so far, with the ultimate goal of cutting out $1 billion by 2026. And so now,
Okay, that's what it was. So by next year, it should cut off.
cut by the Department of Government Efficiency, every American would get 20% of that back in the form of a tax refund. So what that means is that if you do the math on all of that, like I said earlier, we're talking about a $5,000 tax refund for every single tax-paying American. Now, the Doge dividend proposal document actually gives some extra insight and clarity into why President Trump is pursuing this at all. You see, 4 big reasons are given for the Doge tax refund. And if it will serve to right the wrongs that were done to the American taxpayer. stolen from them. This president, for the first time in history, is committed to restoring accountability at every level of the federal government. You may assert there's no waste in the Pentagon. You may assert there's no waste in Treasury. You may assert there's no waste in education. Then why are you not celebrating these cuts? If you agree there is waste, if you agree there is abuse, if you agree there is corruption, why are you not celebrating the cuts, the reforms that are being instituted? Every day that no action is taken, the entire salary of American workers that are taxed disappears forever. Stephen, let's calm down. This is not having a debate. There's no reason about whether there are you are trying to debate me, and I will be as excited as I want to be about the fact that we are saving Americans billions of dollars, that we are ending
That bitch don't give a fuck. Fuck CNN. That girl's just a fucking
we are
bitch.
stopping American taxpayer dollars from subsidizing a rogue federal bureaucracy that has been relentlessly weaponized against the American people. Okay, you may not care about this issue. Your colleagues may not care about this issue. But we care about this issue. The American people care about this issue. They also care about pride. And the American public overwhelmingly supports what President Trump is doing.
Well, you know what I absolutely love about that video? It really highlights, it really displays that making America great again is no longer up for debate. We all voted to give President Trump a mandate to fix this country, and guess what? That is exactly what is happening. And so really, what's sad when you think about it is that despite the vast majority of this country actually supporting everything that President Trump is doing right now, still the corrupt legacy media is trying to push their progressive agenda. In fact, you know what? Elon Musk made a great point about all of this just last night. When these attacks occur, the thing that they're accusing the administration of is what they are guilty of. They're saying that they've done unconstitutional, but what they are doing is unconstitutional. They are guilty of the crime of which they accuse us. That's always the first thing they do. They're in violation of the Constitution. They don't even know what they've done. Well, they do. It's just a con job. It's a big con job. And they're so bad for the country. It's so dangerous and so bad. And the media is so bad. When I watch MSNBC, which I don't watch much, but you have to watch the enemy on occasion, the level of arrogance and cheating, and they're just horrible people. Yeah, and everyone in America knows that they're textbook definition hypocrites too, and people are just sick of it. So no wonder their ratings are. But hey, you know whose ratings aren't in the toilet right now? Take a look at this. Donald Trump and the Republican Party has changed the electorate. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at party identification, Democrats versus Republicans. You go back to 2017, 5.4 of the electorate was Democrats than Republicans. You go to 2021 when Joe Biden was starting up, look at that, 6 points more of the electorate was Democrats than Republicans. But look at what's happened in February of 2025. Look at this. Republicans, there are more Republicans in the electorate than there are Democrats. Republicans plus 2. So Donald Trump and the Republicans have remade the electorate. They've turned some people over from being Democrats or independents to become Republicans. New folks have entered the electorate who are more Republican leaning. And so when you combine that with the fact that Republicans are really, really behind Donald Trump, all of a sudden you get a winning recipe whereby you break the normal rules of politics and give Donald Trump that positive net approval rating when he had pretty much a consistently negative one in term number 1. As I said at the beginning, he's copying Frank Sinatra, doing it my way. Wow. So what's the takeaway of all of that? It means that President Trump not only has rebuilt the Republican Party, but also is rebuilding America. And hey, here's the reality. Democrats have yet to come to terms with this reality, but guess what? Americans are absolutely loving Trump's agenda. Border security is popular. Mass deportations are popular. Focusing domestically here in America as opposed to globally elsewhere in the world is popular. Cutting out government waste is popular. And guess what? $5,000 tax refunds are also pretty popular. And so, hey, this is the reason why President Trump won every single swing state and was the first Republican to win the popular vote in 20 years and was able to shift all 50 states to the right in the 2024 election and now has the highest approval ratings of all time. Because people love what President Trump is doing and they're sick of all the manipulation coming from the left. In fact, take a look at what Chuck Schumer had to say about all of this just earlier this morning. Of course there's some waste in spending, but you don't use a meat axe and cut everything. We need to look at each program. We need to go through Congress and see what's wasteful and
and what's very not wasteful but very much needed. So, folks, that is a perfect example of the manipulation and the lies from the left that people are just sick of. Because he's pushing this blatantly false narrative that Trump is just going around indiscriminately cutting things from the federal budget, and that Trump should instead work with Congress to get rid of all the waste. And it's like, hey, newsflash, Congress pretty much created all of this. Also, hey, how long has Chuck Schumer been in Congress? Over 40 years, that's right. How much waste has he cut? Zero. And so, hey, I really do hope that the Department of Government Efficiency is able to keep on rooting out all of the fraud and all of the waste from inside of the federal government, and that they can actually give some of that money back to the people. Because, hey, let's face it, that money is better off in your pocket than in the pocket of some corrupt Washington D.C. squad. And as we all now know, that is exactly what was happening. So, folks, I think that's going to be a wrap for this one. So please go down below in the comments.
We ain't lying. They're getting fucking pissed. A lot of people don't understand that we're being fucked, and no one knows why we're being fucked. And then you start figuring it out. Shit, it's been so bad. Now we gotta go back to being good.
Secure. That means
Right?
kill any sense.
That's what it is. It's been so bad. I mean, like, our country's falling apart. Like, you got people that literally are trying their best to make things worse for us because they're trying to think that our country's racist and shit. I say, our country's so racist, so why the fuck are we accepting a bunch of fucking immigrants in our country? Our country's so racist and that, then why do we sit there and protect other people's countries that are different cultures than ours? But only the black community, or say, more or less likely, the far left black community, or far left people, that are only ones that complain about racism, when they're the ones more racist because they talk about racism. I always tell myself, I don't give a fuck what color you are. You know why? If it comes down to it, if I call you a black person, it's just because it's a stigma of your color, or a brown person, so because I don't know you. Of course, I'm gonna call you black or brown, or because it's a color distinction, which makes it easier for people to understand. But then you get people that are just like, you're trying to understand certain things about people, and like, what are you talking about? And some people still talk about it. Some people still use the N-word in that. They call black people the N-word, and they use it out of ignorance. That's the thing. Use it out of ignorance, and then it becomes bad. You know, the way I look at it, if I use the N-word, so to speak, it comes from a non-ignorant perspective, because I don't care about race. I use it as a terminology of what quality of a person might be dependent on certain things. White, black, purple, green, that doesn't matter to me. So when I use specific words in that, I say it because it is an ignorant word. But if it's used out of being producing that sort of ignorance towards a person that done me wrong, then more or less likely they should be called that, right? You can call them an asshole. Is asshole being a racial slur? Call them a dickhead. Is that being a racial slur? Does a racial slur even matter if you call someone the N-word that's white? Which occasionally people do. This is what it all comes down to. And this is what people don't intentionally do not understand. So people get mad at this stuff, and I say, well, People get mad at it nowadays because there's people that literally think that they're still slaves. And some, you know, I guess low IQ people altogether in that try to produce segregation again in our schools and shit. The thing that we got rid of together as a country because it was unfair. And you have people that want to bring it back. Bring it back. You say, well, that's not why they're doing it. That's exactly why they're doing it. You want to be a slave again if you want to bring back someone that wants to control you. People want to get controlled by the federal government. You are a slave to the government. You're a slave to the bureaucrats or fucking pieces of shit that are in our government. And of course, it's not all of them. No, there's people that actually are God-loving people that don't do that shit. If you haven't noticed, most people that believe in Jesus are more or less likely to be not corrupted. Because they see his words, and they understand his words, and they don't get corrupted by bullshit. When you look at people that hate on Christ, and they sit there and they mock Christ all the time, which most liberal-based people normally do, and what happens? They end up being really bad, shitty fucking people. Anyone that mocks the Father or even Jesus is plainly the dumbest people in the fucking world. Why would you mock a spiritual being that has more power than anything, period? A snap of his, not even a snap of his finger, just a thought would obliterate you. This is how low IQ people are that don't see from this perspective. The Father having infinite power to do as he pleases. And he sacrificed his only son to give us glory again because of how ignorant we fell because of his angel children. Which wasn't completely our fault. No, we can't say it was. But that's what it is. Fuck. I'm gonna get that ammo. So when you look at all these perspectives on that, most people that believe in God are righteous. Most likely they believe in Christ. Now you can believe in God too, but you gotta believe in Jesus. They're the ones that always seem to have what? They have a better life. They do better things. They're more honorable by doing things. They create more businesses. They do more things that are better for people than that. They know how to sacrifice their greediness, their wealth, to promote better things. You know, and that's what it is. And this is why it annoys a lot of people that don't look at it from that perspective. Many people that mock God, it's been proven, it's been shown on social media. They get in really bad accidents or they get really ill. And it's not that God's trying to kill them. God is literally, or Jesus is literally trying to discipline you for not doing that. And that's the biggest thing that people don't understand. Jesus loves us so much, he wants to discipline us to be better.
Nice. Just found ammo.
So when people mock God and they say stupid shit, They say, "Oh, God favoritisms me more than anybody else and stuff," and you know he doesn't. From the Bible and that, God loves everybody equally. Like, yes, he might see from different perspectives and that people that don't want to follow him. It doesn't mean he doesn't want to. That's why different things happen. Say, like, I could say that I'm slightly more blessed than other people because I get a lot of things, you know, catered to me a little bit. But so do a lot of other people. Does it make me more special? I can think that in some way or another.
I see. A bloody ear! Literally! Holy shit! Picking him up!
That doesn't mean I'm gonna sit there and think otherwise. What's up? You know, the more we start realizing that we're all in this world together, the better off it's gonna be. Like I always tell people, if you want to be happy, be happy. If you want to be, you know, unhappy, then you're gonna be unhappy. People always want to think like, it's like, well, how can you be happy? I said, well, the thing is, people are less happy because they got cultural materialistic disorder, so to speak, where they believe in society should be a specific way, and when they don't get that specific way done in their mind, they don't complete it, they end up hating themselves for it, which creates a lot of discomfort in their life, a lot of stress, a lot of depression, a lot of criticism of themselves. And it's to say, you know, when you watch the internet and that, you watch all these people and that, like, making money off YouTube and that, that's what started me to do a YouTube channel. And that. So I started doing a YouTube channel, and I'm like, man, I can make all these subscribers out there. You got millions of people watching that. So I started making videos of me playing games and shit and talking about my life and that. And guess what happened? It's been over I think it's been over 3 to 4 years now. I'm still only at 300 and something subscribers. Almost 350. I always want to ask myself, I'm like, wait a minute, I got these motherfuckers playing Minecraft, making millions of views and making all this money in that. Little kids. Like literally 13, 14-year-old kids. That's how Mr. Beast became rich. They're making just Minecraft videos and just being creative in that, making little videos in that and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there like, well, fuck. I gotta work a full-time job and, you know, stream on the side and that. And you guys say that, I got little kids really making all this money in that for something as silly as fucking Minecraft. Are you fucking for real? I'm like, they're making thousands of dollars a fucking month. And I'm making barely. Like, it's all a scam. There's no such thing as scam, and that's just, you know, it's the popularity of something that everything just rotates around, but
You might want to run now. You can't run forever. Just one of my many upgrades. You wanted to fight? There must be something wrong. Calibration.
but that's what it is. Like, it's very surprising how stuff works. So now the jobs are transitioning a lot differently. We're getting a different transition because YouTube is starting to not get as much traffic, or it's getting too much traffic and it's only going towards specific people. Like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast literally takes billions of views. Billions! This is fucking ridiculous when people start talking about how outrageous stuff is. A billion views. That is catastrophic amount of views. Just to watch him blow up shit. Doing some Nickelodeon crap. They got these kid channels. Like the little shark, whatever the fuck it is, got over 10 billion views. I thought it's like 40 billion views because kids, like little babies, would watch that shit literally all day long. It's just a cute little thing in that they watch that. Like, okay, that's cool now. These people that made it, was only two people made it. It was like a mother and a father or something like that made these little cartoon videos and that. They're billionaires because of it. I was going to say, like, that is some outrageous amount of money to have. What are you doing with that money? Are you giving back to the community? Are you helping out with people and that? Like, I always ask myself that. If I was ever that fucking rich, what the fuck would I do with all that money and that? Yeah, Mr. Beast does give a lot of money away, but he also makes it back in return of his stuff. He can give out $1 million in that and get basically it refunded by one video because he gets billions of views. But when do they start cutting off the money? Well, after 1 million views, they start chunking it down. So every 1 million views that you get, they do a different ad revenue with it. They don't do the same because 1 million views is like the top bracket. Because I remember, freaking what's his name, Angry Joe would say, I gotta get 1 million, I gotta get close to 1 million views, or right at 1 million views in the first like week or two of my. Every time he does one of his game reviews and shit, he always says that. I seen him, I heard him say, because I think he gets $10,000 for every 1 million of views. 10 grand for 1 million views. You know, there's some people that literally get tens of millions of views, so they say they get, typically they get 100 grand. So they said it's like every $100,000, so to speak, is $1,000. Now this is throughout the whole entire month. So the whole entire month that you get views, if you have ad revenue, so to speak, and this goes with people that pay monthly or people that do watch ads. The thing is, people that do watch ads, so to speak, they have to watch the whole entire ad. So they say, well, if they skip the ad, they don't get revenue from that ad, or they only get partial revenue from the ad, or whatever it is. But most people pay per monthly because it's $15 a month. You can watch whatever you want to watch, which I agree, because I would do the same too, which is what I do. And there's a lot of free movies and shit on there. So every time I watch anything that has ads, which most of them do, they have 2 or 3 ads on there, it automatically gives them the money for it. So that's what it gets kind of unique. When sleep stream? I do not do sleep streams. What is wrong with people? Why the fuck would I watch someone sleep? It's because, like, I get it makes you feel comfortable that you have someone on. I get why people do it. I mean, honestly, some people probably do it because they get all aroused and that. Like when these OnlyFans girls do and shit. They're like, watch their asshole day. Man, people jerk off too damn much. People fucking mash. They think about sex too damn much. It's getting kind of outrageous. Is there anything else people want to do other than think about fucking everything? Like, you like play cards or something, or like when I was younger and that, you know, porn wasn't really that big. Like, internet was just starting to get big in that. Like, I remember downloading, printing out sheets of like anime chicks being naked and that. But like, I never really cared about it too much. Like, even until I got really into it, and I was like, oh, when I was young, I was only like, I don't know, like 10 years old or 8 years old when I started doing that shit. But now I'm 35 and that, I'm like, I really don't give a fuck. I was like, I got a girlfriend. No, it's cool. Like, I like it. It's fun, you know, to do stuff and that, obviously, because, you know, it's what you do. But, like, I don't. People worship it. Like, if a man worships a OnlyFans woman, get a fucking life. That woman's not gonna be your girlfriend, and she will never fucking love you like you love yourself. I'll tell you that point fucking blank. If you're that fucking crazy about getting a girlfriend, then learn how to talk to fucking women. You don't need to be a rich stud with millions of dollars, not like these OnlyFans whores always seem to do. That's an actual fucking lie. Because I met plenty of gorgeous women in my life that were just as hot as OnlyFans chicks. And they were just normal girls that just wanted someone to love them. That's all it was. And that's the biggest thing a lot of people tend not to understand. Like, I'd rather be playing video games and just chilling and making money in that and be able to buy food and just live my life solo than to worry about women 24 fucking 7. I mean, yes, I do got a girlfriend, but I don't worry about her 24/7. I know she's okay because she's at work. We set up a plan, we do stuff and that, and then bada bing, bada boom. Another complete fucking lie that people always want to say that you need all this crap and that you need a car, a fancy car, and all that stuff and that. Here's what I have to tell you about it. Of all the girls that I talked to in that, just to say, were fucking models, like super fucking attractive, very fucking sexy girls. I don't talk to fat bitches. I don't. All the girls I talk to in that are super in good shape in that. And I don't drive. I don't even have a fucking car in that because it's too much money in that. I really don't care for it. My job's literally right next to my house, and you know, I don't care. So I set up a deal. I said, hey, I'll help your car out by giving it oil changes and giving you gas and all that stuff and that, because it's only fair. You know, because if you're going to pick me up in that, I'll set aside money in that for that. Which is cheaper than buying a car and doing all the maintenance myself and that, and doing all the crap myself. And it's like, okay, that sounds fair, right? So that's what I do. You know, my girlfriend likes me outrageously a lot, and she's gonna be picking me up this morning. Because she works in that, but she's gonna drive from her place and where she works at, which is, you know, a little bit closer. She's gonna pick me up because I'm off tomorrow. And we're gonna hang out. Probably gonna hang out till like 1 or 2 o'clock, then she's gonna go to bed. Or so to speak. and then she's gonna sit there and she's gonna wanna hang out before she goes to work, and then when she gets home, more or less likely, we're gonna hang out again, then she's going to take me to work. Then she's gonna go home and do what she's got to do. It's like we make plans, we schedule stuff and that, and I lead her. That's the biggest thing. You gotta be a leader. Like I lead her. Like you ever seen the asshole guy that the girl drives all over the place, and then the guy never drives? I see this all the time. That because that guy is very leading, cocky. He's kind of an asshole in a way. He tells her what she needs to hear. It's emotional to not emotional. We are the leaders of women's emotions. That is our job. So when women get upset at a man, it doesn't mean that they don't like you. That's the problem. Women like you more because they're upset with you. Like, when you're too nice of a guy and you can't fight against a woman's emotions, you can be nice sometimes, but when a woman gets out of hand and you're just like, stop fucking yelling at me because I'm just going to tell you to fuck off pretty soon, they tend to listen really quickly and be like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that anymore. You lead them. So one of the things I do with my girlfriend which is very, common, when she says stuff and that bothers me, I just don't talk to her. It's not to say that I'm being rude. It's because it's bothering me, so I silence up. And it makes her look at it from the perspective, why is he being quiet? And when she catches on, what happens? She'll catch on, and then she'll be like, oh, he's upset with me because I called him stupid, or I said something that potentially offended him. And then it stops. Because it happened today. The funny thing is, she does it quite a bit. She'll say something. This is just practice. Doesn't mean it happens all the time, but it does happen. She'll say stuff like, you say things that are stupid. And I'm just like, I get quiet. And I ask her a question about it. I say, why do you think I say things that are stupid? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, well, it's like you're talking about fiber, because I took a fiber gummy and that's making me fart a lot, so to speak. So then she said, why don't you go eat an apple? Apple's got a lot of fiber in it. And I said, I guess I can, because it probably won't make me as gassy, because it's a different kind of fiber. And she got mad at me because I said what is actually the truth about what she was saying. She didn't get mad at me, so to speak. She got mad at because I said something that I already kind of knew about it, and she got offended because I said it before she did, I guess. And then when I asked her the question about that, she says, you say stupid things. I'm just like, okay, this is just a lesson to say this is how most women intentionally work in general. Just because they're mad at you doesn't mean that they're actually mad at you. They're just like frustrated with something else, because more or less likely, when it comes down to things that you don't know or you don't understand, you get mad. And more or less likely, most women lack intelligence compared to men, just because they're not tormented as much to be forced to learn specific things. Men are forced to not be as emotional like women are, because they're stronger and they have to be stronger and they have to fit the bill of a man. That's why if you get a boy and girl together when they're younger than that, they're almost identical. They're almost identical with emotions and that. But as a man grows up, the man gets his ass beat, he gets dirty more, he goes through a lot more pain cycles than that because he gets hurt more. He gets beat up, he gets treated like shit more, he gets emotionally fucking tormented a little bit more than that, depending on certain things and that. Because men that don't get tormented, that don't go through the pain cycle, that don't go through emotional struggle and that, they become what you call pussies. These are the men that sit there and they don't know how to live life as a man. And they do stupid shit like treat women like shit because they are a woman themselves. In that retrospect. That's why you see some women in that that act like men because they're put in that position that they have to be tormented. That's what this all comes down to. And some people don't realize that. They don't see it. So the more tormented you are to a certain extent, the more you start to control your emotions and start understanding how emotions actually work. And you start like saying like, okay, what do I need to do with life? I'll tell you what you need to do with life. Learn how to make money, learn how to survive. Now, are they both the same? In our day and age, it is. When you learn how to make money, you learn how to survive better. Learn how to make money, it goes down to a lot of different routes. A lot has to do with the three: physical, mental, and spiritual. So what you do is you prop yourself up, you get good advice from people that actually are rather intelligent. People that have wisdom because of good advice. Or you just read the Bible. When you read the New Testament, you go down, read what Jesus says. It literally tells you how to be a better human being. So when you give out love and happiness, a positive thing, and every turn of event, even against negative people, you can't fight violence with violence. Because violent people love violence. That's why they get mad. That's why they hit things. That's the whole point of violence. You hit violence with kindness. You ask them about their emotions. And that's the biggest thing that most people that are violent have is a gigantic amount of emotions. And they're always going to say, what? I hear this stuff all the time. They always say, you think you're better than me because you're more positive and happy out of nowhere. And I said, it's not about being better, it's an act of choice. So if I choose to be happy more or less, and you choose to be angry and be mad at yourself, that's what emotions are. You don't like yourself. If you love yourself, you have more positive emotions. If you hate yourself, you have more negative emotions. I've been through both of them, actually. I decide to be more positive. So I look at myself in the mirror and I say, okay, how do I look at myself? I'm rather fucking jacked. I got big arms and shit. My back's big as fuck. I'm thick. I like being bulky. I'm a little pudgy in that, but I say, hey, you know what? I look good. So in a retrospect, a lot of people are going to look at it from a different perspective. So what do you have that could be better? If you're a man, sometimes being really active and keeping yourself in good shape creates discipline. Discipline creates a lot of ways of wanting to learn more because you're disciplined in one thing, which is physical, which becomes more mental, and you gain wisdom from it. Like exercise and being healthy, that takes a lot of intelligence to do. And then you can use that intelligence to become more communication savvy, learn how to talk to people, be positive towards people, have manners towards people, and that. Say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Just basic stuff that you should learn in general. So when you go on to the community net, you're going to be the first one that people are going to give probably more money to. like my act of kindness, and in some ways, and that makes me more money. I get more hours at my job in that. I get more free will to do what I want to do in that because I can do my job and I put a positive spin on it. Do I get negative sometimes when it comes down to things? That this is what people think. They say if I get negative with things in that I know that are wrong. But I put a positive spin on it. I say, well, if you're doing something wrong, because it is wrong, it's a negative word. It's a negative somewhat output on it. But the positive about it is learning. You point out someone's bullshit, you can get emotionally uprise about it and get fucking butthurt about it and get upset about it or whatever it might be. And you can tell the person, hey, you need to chill the fuck out before you get knocked the fuck out. Just to say, you don't need to be getting all pissy and all upset because, this and this and this and this. Yeah. That's basically how it goes. And yes, people do intentionally like to get upset about stupid shit. That's why, as human beings, we try to navigate the bullshit and try to push better things. Because that's how life is. We try to promote better things, better quality things. Just like, lifting weights and shit. If you want to lift weights, you want to get stronger, you lift weights. You want to get smarter, you get into things that are more or less truthful. Learn the economy, learn how money works, learn how to make a business. Learn how money works in stocks and that, and business works, is how you make a lot of fucking money. You ever know why people sometimes don't actually get ahead in life? Because they spend too much on marketplaces instead of sitting there trying to produce their own personal marketplace. Oh, that shit hurt. Oh. Whew. Need to do some triceps. What am I doing? I think I'm touching my front shoulders and that. Yeah, alright, here is so tight. Like, I talk to my financial advisor. My financial advisor always talks to me. When he did talk to me, he says the market always pays you out. He says you can make 5 to 10 to 15% surplus, normally 10%, even more sometimes. Every 3 months, so every quarterly, I make a surplus. So right now, every quarterly, I make say $1,100 to $1,300, and that increases every single time I make it. And he was telling me that. He says, oh, whenever you want to start, taking a couple $100 out of your paycheck and just give it to us so we can finance it for you, the sooner the better. So what I'm going to do is, since Trump is about ready to give us, every person in America, $5,000, which is probably more or less likely the person that has been working on that. I don't know if we give it to every single body that, but more or less people that are above a certain age, probably above the age of 16 or 18, I guess, to, whatever. He's got to give us all $5,000. So if there's like $100 and something million, just to say working class people, say 100 million working class people that actually work in that, give or take, then that's going to be $50 billion that he's going to be giving out to everybody. And supposedly, I don't know if it's going to be 50, but I think it's going to be 500 million. Or it's going to be, no, it's going to be 5 billion. It'd be $5 billion or $500 million for that. It would be 500 because it was 100. Basically, it'd be like a couple $1 billion and you give it back out to people for $5,000. And this is going to be a 20%. They're giving us 20% of the savings. I think it's going to be almost every fucking month. and there's more spending that's going to be deducted. So just wait. There is going to be probably a massive fucking tax refund that's going to be given to us, and I think it's probably going to end up being monthly. Imagine if everybody got $5,000 a month for the next 4 years. You really will be making $60,000 a year just off of taxes being given to us, back to us because of the bullshit. That would be phenomenal. The whole working class would change dramatically. Because just think about it. You know, with Social Security and all that stuff, just Social Security and federal tax alone, this year, for me, they took over $5,000 away from me. Give or take, about $5,000. I mean, yeah, it's in a year's time, but they're talking about all the taxes, all the income taxes that have been doing it for. That is phenomenally a lot. Just imagine if the wasteful spending of our taxes that goes towards our debt, and then we get tariffs that are going to be equal to the things that people are doing that go towards our debt. There's a huge chance that we're going to pay off our debt once we get everything going by the next, couple of years, so to speak. Isn't that amazing? And if we're debt free, so to speak, just to say, our country's debt free, our federal is debt free, net. Our business, which is our country, goes to a surplus. What happens if we go to surplus? That means our country gets richer. The more or less money we spend on federal people and that don't do shit, the more we get in general, which our economy gets better because we're not paying. Our taxes are going towards us instead of going towards who? The bullshit. Isn't it amazing? Oh, woo! That shit hit real fucking good. It's only 30 pounds. It's got a good weight to really get that good pumping. I think that's fucking amazing. Just think about it. Your whole entire life, you never knew that you could be rich or be wealthy to have things in your life. It's ridiculous. Just imagine if you got $5,000 every month of unfairly paid taxes back. Like, the whole society would change. People could be able to financially secure themselves better. In the first $5,000, like my girlfriend was talking about that. She's like, if I got $5,000, I can fix my car. Cause she has a car issue that needs to be fixed. It costs like $3 or so grand. She says I would just fix my car, so that my car can run better. Cause it's old. She'd like fix her windshield. Her windshield's cracked. She would instantly fix all the stuff that she needs to fix. And then the rest of it would go towards, certain things. I would just save it because I don't need to fucking use it. I would take that $5,000 and I give it straight to my Edward Jones guy and like put it in my account. I go up there and I tell him right then I sign some stuff and that say just pull that money out of my account right now. and just let them just do it. You know. But that would be astounding. No, fucking great that would be. I mean, just the estimation. Like, if you can be able to save $5,000 and throw it in the stocks and that every single month. Just to say. Like I'm saying, I'm looking at my stuff right now. You know, I got 3 estimates so far. It does it every quarterly. My next one's going to be happening probably in March. I keep it all in the folder now so I can see how much I've been getting increased by. So we're going to wait and see what's going to happen this year. It's already February. It's going to be March. I get my thing in March. I could see a $2,000 or $3,000 increase. I don't know. I'm still debating. I could see more than that. It could hike up to $5,000 to $6,000, and stocks could be booming if money gets thrown into it, and we start to actually like moderate ourselves. It's gonna be astounding to see all this stuff happen. So don't just sit there and think that you can't be wealthy in that when there's so many opportunities. When people say stupid shit, like you have to work paycheck to paycheck, you can't save up $25 or $30 a month in that and just throw it and just put it into something to be able to build up something. They're lying to you. How much do we spend on stupid shit that we don't fucking need? I tell people all the time on that. And mostly, you know, people do it because they're bored. I say, if you want to buy stuff in that, I understand. Like I'm buying games in that. Like KillingFloor 3 is $40. It ain't worth shit. $40 is cheap. I bought Final Fantasy 5 for like $13, you know, because I don't buy a lot of things for myself, so to speak. So when I tell my girlfriend now, I'm like, you know, I told her like, I'm done with buying a bunch of big stuff and that. It's like time to put money away, because I got pay I pay rent, you know, too, you know, just like most people do. Yes, my rent's really cheap in that because I live with my parents in that right now. Oh, honestly, I'll probably stay with my parents in that because I really don't give a shit. So I gotta give them, you know, a couple $100 now. And so I'm trying to regulate my life in that. So I look at my life and I'm trying to regulate it as much as I can. And then I was like, okay, I'm worried about the money situation right now, that because, you know, it has been cut really, really fucking short. I mean, obviously, I don't ever touch my stocks because I don't like touching my stocks and that. And that's one of the things my girlfriend, she was talking about. She's like, you can get a car and that. You have money to get a car right now. I'm like, I'm not touching my stocks. Why? Well, you say you have money. Yeah, I have money, but I don't use that money. That's the problem. That money's there for retirement. That's there for when shit goes down, which it's not going down because Trump's doing a lot of stuff. And I'm going to financially secure myself now while I still can, while I'm still somewhat young. I'm 35. I got a 10-year plan. Till I'm 45, I want to retire at 45. Or maybe not retire that, but I want to be wealthy enough to be able to be happy without worrying about bullshit. And I'm just like, okay. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm cycling all my stuff and now I'm thinking about all the payments and now I'm saying, I don't mind sacrificing that. You know, I sleep like a baby at night every damn night, which is I probably have to go to bed here in a little bit anyway. Or get ready to go to bed. That shit in my arms really nicely. But that's what it is. So if I tell anyone that's young in that, I'll tell you this right up front. If you're 18 years old now, and you say you're in college now, get a full-time job working at a cheap-ass place in that, I don't care where you're working at. If you want an easy job at that, hit car washes, hit buffet-style food joints, If you do buffet style food stuff and that, honestly, that would create a huge amount of easy money in that because it's an easier job. And you do customer service, that's fine. You could do factory work. I suggest not to because a lot of times factory work sucks ass. It's very, motivative in that. But, if you think you can do it, then do factory work in that. I suggest not to unless they get paid a lot. I'm a customer service person. I'd rather be around people and that than be around, do a stagnant job all damn day. I've done all the jobs. All they haven't done was construction. But I've done, factory jobs before and that, and they fucking suck ass. They suck ass. I done 2 of them. I worked at Ashley Furniture and that while I was sitting there boxing up, old pieces of shit, fucking stuff and that used furniture and that got put back in the system and that. I worked at a plastic factory, which is probably the worst job I've ever worked at. It was terrible. It was terrible to work there. And then, I started just getting jobs, and now I'm at a car wash right now. I've been at this car wash for almost going on 2 years in about 3 to 4 months. I think it was in April that I got hired on. So I think it's like 3 or 4 months from now. And I'm a lead up there. I make really good money in that because I don't spend a lot of money. Before I got a girlfriend and all that stuff and that, like I was saving up probably like $500 a month. And like I was, I was having decent money saved up in that. Obviously, I wish I would have put the money into my account and that, but I end up, I learned a valuable lesson that I was hanging out with, some attractive looking girl in that, and I learned a valuable lesson. I gotta stand up for myself, and so that's I learned that. I give it to the girl that I'm with now. I say, if you can save up, like 10, $20 every paycheck and just put that fucker to the side, that don't touch it at all, act like it doesn't exist, and just leave it there and don't spend it on stuff that you don't need. You'd be surprised how much you can save up in a matter of a couple of months. You can save up a couple hundred, or save up like $100 or so, save up, $80 and that, then, a whole year goes by, more or less likely, you can save up, $400 or $500 in that. And you can use that for certain things. When people say I need to make more money in that, what they're saying is I need to make more money in that because I'm spending more than what I'm making. So, right now in day and age, it's hard. People's rent went up dramatically since the last 5 to 6 years because of the administration that was in before. Because taxes were too high, businesses had to pay more out front, so they raised stuff up. And guess what? People are living from paycheck to paycheck, or because they don't have someone to live with them, which is what my girl probably trying to get me to do in that, which I'm going to refuse to do because I think it's stupid. Because I don't want to. And I told her, I say, why don't you downsize your apartment since you only live by yourself? It's just something that you can look forward to doing. If you can, just talk about money and that. I'm not saying she needs doing that. So if you downsize your apartment, that you might not only pay, $100 or $150 cheaper where you're at if you can downsize to 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and that's it. Because, her plan was to have someone live with her, like her friend and that, but it backfired on her because her friend or whatever might happen to her friend. That's what she was planning on. And I said, I don't mind supporting you with little things and that because we're together. Because, I'm going to be very generous in that. I can always, I lack my own personal spending in that because I don't buy certain things as much anymore because honestly, I don't need it. Like pre-workout and that. I'm addicted to pre-workout and that. I used to like drinking pre-workout all the time and that. Now I haven't bought one in like 2 months. I still got some here and that. But I'm changing my life around, and it's financially looking at my life a little better now. Okay, it's like I got a girlfriend that I got someone that I love and that I'm getting really close to, and that we really are close. And my own personal like life in that, she's basically my first girlfriend. And so I look at it from a gentleman's perspective. I want to make her happy. I please her. And this is where a lot of guys, kind of get it wrong with something like that. Nowadays, people think men that spend money on women and that are simps. They're like, oh, you're a simp at that because you're buying her stuff and stuff like that. I say it's out of mutual respect. A simp is a pussy, is a coward of a man. I'll do nice things for people in that until they start biting my hand that gives them stuff in that. And then I pull it back and I discipline them. So, like right now, me and her are only hanging out, until like next week. And then I actually have 2 days off work and I'm working 6 days this week. We're going to only hang out two 2 days a week. And of course, when she's not working that, the days that we are going to hang out the 2 days, we'll hang out all day long together. And that's one of the things that she kind of got a little butthurt about it, that because she really likes me and that. It's like, okay, I can understand that. And then also, I told her, well, we can make it more special when we do hang out, because then instead of constantly spending money all the fucking damn time, which I tend to like to do for little things and that, it make it better for me if we make it more special. Like we can go out to eat to, a good restaurant in that and probably spend $50 in that or $60 in that, stuff like that. Instead of me constantly spending $20, every other day and buying this and that, like we can make it more special. Because I eat a lot of food because I'm a bigger man. Well, I'm just bigger than her. I like keeping myself a little bit above 200 pounds. I'm like 212, 210, something like that. I like keeping some fat on me. I'm bulky, yeah. I got a little bit of pudge on me, yeah. I like keeping that on me now. I like to be over 25, right at 25% body fat. Because that's a survival thing. I don't want to be fucking super anorexic skinny with the six pack and that. I don't believe in that shit. People say it's unhealthy, and it's not unhealthy. Yeah, I mean, do my athletics go down a little bit in that? To a certain extent, they do, Can I run a mile straight? Probably not as much anymore, but who fucking needs to do that shit anymore? Yeah, actually, I probably could if I if I did a good pace jog, but like, I always like to tell people that like, survival comes down to a lot of different things. I'd rather be safe than sorry. If I have a little bit of fat on me and that, and I can be able to handle my own during certain things. I mean, if anyone looked at me and that, you would see like, I look at that, I got really toned fucking arms and shoulders and shit. My back's fucking getting rather thick and getting ripped in that. I just have a stomach on me because, I do a lot of fucking abs and shit. And vice versa. I try to drop down to below up 200 pounds. I got at 197 and I was dieting hard and I was walking a lot. I was doing like 20 something thousand steps a day. And I'll tell you what, it sucked ass. It's not to say I didn't want to do it. I could lower down calories and that and constantly drop weight no matter what. Like right now, I got, I think these are 10 pounds. Yeah, I got 10-pound like bags in my hands. They're like little for the They're the vests, the weight vests. They're 10 pounds each. They're like little, I guess they're sand or they're like metal not wrapped in like plastic or something. I'm holding on them while I'm fucking walking around because I want to get a little bit of forearm exercise in. Like there's little things you could do in that to burn off a little bit more calories in that. Cause I just ate a lot of food in the last like 2 hours and that. So I'm trying to stay up for as long as I can to burn off a little more calories before I hit the sack again. And my arms are fucking burning. Woo, this shit burns. But yeah, like I always want to think about it as survival. Mental survival, spiritual survival, and that. Like, I pray every day. I pray every night. Sometimes they're quick prayers, like, hope I have a blessed day tomorrow and that, please help me with this. My anxiety's a little high right now. Every time I get anxiety, I pray. I pray, take my anxiety away, help me out here. I always ask for help. And that's what Jesus told us to do. Always ask for help. Like every day. Every day. A lot of it's wisdom. A lot of it's wisdom. And that's what it comes down to. Like I look at it from these different perspectives and that I'm just like, wow. All it is learning. So like the more you ask Jesus for help, the more wisdom you get. Because wisdom is what keeps you not stressing. People say I struggle with money in that. No, I want you to get more money in that. And the first thing you do is you get more money through wisdom. You start to learn more. You start to create more things. I tell people that like every job has promotions that get paid more money. Yes, you have to do slightly more work, but the work's not that much more what you think. You're at work to work. If you're working the whole entire day and say you have your 30-minute breaks and that, just to chill out and shit, and sometimes you just have like really slow days in that or have slow periods of time, you're going to be able to just make money. Like right now, I work at a car wash and that, like I said before. I just make money. Like we're really slow right now. I just sit there with my GM. How much he's definitely changed a lot since then, since the last couple of months and that. That we just sat there for like 5 hours basically, and then they closed us down because we froze up. And they're just like, "Oh, close down because you're frozen up and that you can't, wash any more cars." So they closed us down like 3 hours early. Like, okay. So like I'm off tomorrow on that. So Friday, because Friday's supposed to warm up and Saturday's supposed to get warmer and that it's supposed to get into the 50s and that on like Sundays and Mondays and that. It's supposed to get into spring weather again. And then what's gonna happen? We're gonna be busy as fuck, and I'm gonna have to come in that fucking open, so close. And that's what I'm gonna do on Saturdays and that. Or my Sundays and Mondays when I'm working, I'm staying all day long, especially Sunday and that. I'm supposed to come in at 9 or come in at 8:30, and then I'm not gonna leave till 6:30. And then I'm gonna sit there, and I'm going to get all the hours, get the 10 hours in and that. I don't know, make me all my hours back up for the week and that. And it's gonna be nice. Holding these weights and that. I don't even know how long I've been holding this fuckers for. I think I'm holding for about over a minute now. I got them gripped. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing there. I'm gripping these things. I think they're about 10 pounds each. Not gripping them hard, just kind of have my fingers linger on a nut. And I'm just walking around with them. I just want to tell you, any amount of weight that you put on your body in that and you walk with it, that's how much more calories you're actually burning off. So if you double your weight, you're burning off double the calories, if not more. Of course, you're going to break down muscles first before you do that. So damaging your muscle fibers actually retains the calories too. So like 20 pounds ain't a lot for my legs in that. Like upright to getting closer to like 60 pounds in that, that's when my legs are gonna start to have slight struggles in that where I can't like move as efficiently. Woo! Oh my god, this shit burns. Ooh. Holy froggeroni. Oh, that shit burns. I like it. And I always tell myself this. I'm gonna start. I have been doing. I've been working out quite a bit, and that I kind of just slowed down that because of the winter time and that. So I just do little stuff at home. I say if you could do exercises every day, just pick a muscle group. If you're doing arms out, get a fat ass arm workout in. You don't need a lot of weights in that. Get that burn in. If you do that every night before you go to bed and drink some protein in that or eat some protein in that, I promise you, your whole life's going to change dramatically physically and mentally because you're going to get a lot of discipline for doing it. Like they say, if you do push-ups, sit-ups, and squats and probably get some back in that, you do bent over rows. You just do bent over, rows with a little bit of weight in that. You don't need a lot because it'll help build up your glutes and your hamstrings and your lower back and back in that. You do like back presses and that, standing back presses, like lean back presses and that. Dude, you be super fit. Like, things your energies would be through the roof in that. Of course, when you're younger, that's easier to do. As you get older, it gets a little bit harder to do because your life is like, eh. Like, I don't care about being as in good shape in that. Like, I like being strong in that, so I'll do specific things in that because I'm already potentially stronger than the average person. Because I bench press over 200 pounds in that. And I lift probably like 400 maybe. I think it's like 300 something to 400. I did 315 back in the old days and that. I could probably like a maxed out bench or maxed out deadlift probably like 400. That's still a lot. I don't even care. But yeah, I went to this is what's really weird. Every time I do bench and I do bench barbell, I can't hit as much weight. I don't like it, and I don't know why I can't. Because I feel like it hits my chest more. But when I do like the separated bench, where it's just two sides, you can do individual sides, like chest presses and that. Basically, this is a chest press, just it's a bench format, so basically it's a bench. But I hit a ton of more weight than usual. I keep the same width in that. It's just the way it activates in that. Like, it just feels different. It's so weird. Because I did 225, I think it was 8 to 10 reps. I can't remember. I think it was close to 10 reps of 225. And then I went up to, I think it was 235, and I think it was 5 to 6 reps. I think it was close to 5 to 6. It was right around that area. I'm like, okay. And then I went up to 255, and I did it twice. Oh, wait, that's a bonus, isn't it? And it was, a chest press. And I was really confused in that. I said, so I did 255 on the chest press machine. That was, it was a bench press style of it. But when I do barbell bench press, I only got to like 155 and I was struggling with it. Like, it was very surprising. I mean, I got a great exercise in. I got massive chest exercise in. I pumped up really nicely with it, but I was struggling with it. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that's 100 pounds less than what I'm usually doing. And of course you might think is like, well, how's the machine? Well, the machine's 45 with each thing. It could be less, but that's how they normally do it. They normally do maybe not 45. I think they do. I think it's 20 because together it's 45. So you're still doing, together it adds up to being that much. Because I added 2 plates on there. You put it together, it's 240. It's 220. Because each one of them is going to be. I think each one of them is 45. It'll have to be 45 because that 45 ain't a lot for bench. It's fucking super small. Because you're pulling them together now, which actually add more weight onto it. So it wouldn't be 45 then. It would have to be 22.5 on each side, which still adds up the same amount. I thought about that, like, this is really weird. Like, I put on, 45 and 45, and together it's 135. Now, I mean, some days I do really weak in that, like, which is true. Because one day, I felt really weak in that. I couldn't do that much, which means that my body's not growing. My body's stagnant because I'm not eating as much protein. That's why I try to keep protein shakes in me a lot, because a lot of times I don't want to eat. So I just drink a protein shake, which I'm going to drink another one before I go to bed. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? So, like, the other day, I was doing push-ups at my woman's house. I'm 200 and something pounds, and that push-ups are about 65 to 75%, 70% of your weight, give or take. I'm more top heavy than I am bottom heavy to a certain extent, which is normally what most people are normally. And I was sitting there doing push-ups and that. I got up to 30. I got up to about, I think it was about 30 push-ups. And then I would do planks. I would try to do like 10 or 15-second planks. Only 10's a lot because it's one Mississippi, two Mississippi, just to get a little bit more action burn. And I'm like, okay, like, it was good. Because, I get bored at her job. I get bored in there. Like, there's no reason for anyone not to work out. So I do push ups and that. She has bands. I was doing some back pulls and shit. And I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, if I kept up with doing push ups every day, and my nervous system got used to the push ups, which roughly would be, say, 140 pounds, and I'm doing them, say sets of 20, or I do as many as I can, and then I drop it down to whatever set I need to do because it doesn't matter. I get used to it. I can add more weight onto my bench just by doing normal push-ups. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's actually pretty smart. An individual workout, so to speak, doing tricep extensions or doing your forearm exercises or even doing deltoids, that adds all into bench. So if you do deltoids in that a lot, you do a lot of shoulder shrugs in that, you try to get your deltoids bigger than that adds in the bench. Oh, fuck. That's pretty impressive. And you're like, all that stuff adds in. So if I do it constantly, I can have the weight. So I'm trying to get up to 315. Because 315 is normally where people are stagnant at. They'll get up to 3 plates, and then they'll do it, and then they'll get stagnant at 3 plates. They'll only do it like once or twice. Sometimes people can barely do it once. Like, okay, that's cool. By the way, I gotta go take a shit. I'll be right back. Stop stealing our money. I like my money back. Okay, I'm getting off, guys. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night and God bless.